I amass huge amounts of digital data, and I am starting to have a huge management problem right now and a backup problem right now. So I figured I'd talk to you guys about it and get your feedback and get your input. I have a solution in place, I think, but I could use your feedback as well. So my laptop has, I don't know, maybe 500 gigabytes on it. It's a solid state drive. I can't keep all my data in that 500 gigabyte drive. I have to move things off. I take lots of raw photos, these videos. I'm doing lots of video work. It takes up lots and lots of data. So I can't keep that all on my laptop. So what I've been doing is I've got that USB SATA dock over there. I've been popping in a SATA drive and moving stuff off from my laptop onto the drive. Now the problem is that when I do that, the data only exists on that drive and it's not in two spots at once. For all the data that's on my laptop, I have cloud backup. I use Crash Plan and it backs up to the cloud, which is great. But anytime I move things onto that drive, it only exists there. And if that drive fails, I have a big problem. Which brings me back to a couple days ago where I plugged that drive in and it made some weird noise and a click. And I got really afraid that all this data that I have on that drive was going to be gone for good. And then I have all these drives in my closet. So I'll pop a drive in there. Eventually it fills up. I've got to kind of put it away. And then I pop a new drive in and start filling that up. I can't even find the data. So what am I going to do? So I finally broke down and bought a Drobo. It's an enclosure. The one that I have has 5 drive bays in it. It's network attached, at least the model that I bought is. And you pop in SATA drives into it, up to 5. And it does a combination of making one big volume out of a bunch of drives, like a RAID array, but it also does data redundancy. Like, you have different levels of RAID, which takes multiple disks and makes one volume out of them, and also does data redundancy. So I bought a Drobo, and now I've got 3 terabyte drives in there, 2 terabyte drives in there. And the way that their RAID system works, they call it Beyond RAID. It means I now have available for data 3.63 terabytes out of the 6 terabytes total. And then there's 1.82 terabytes, which is somehow used to ensure that there's redundancy across the drive, so that if one drive fails, it can sort of recover the data, and then I can put in a new drive to replace it. What I do like about it is that I can hot swap the drives. If that array fills up, I can just pop in another drive and it'll automatically kind of expand the volume to fill that up. I really like that a lot. I think that's great. There are 2 downsides that I'm dealing with right now. For one, cloud backup. What's on my laptop now is being backed up to the cloud off-site. I like that. What's on that drive array in my closet is not being backed up off-site. But I mean, I've got terabytes and terabytes of data. Does it, is that something that really makes sense to back up off-site? And who should I go to for that? I don't think Crash Plan will even let me back up a network drive like that. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. The other issue is that those Drobos, as much as I like it and I like the solution, it is expensive. The Drobo enclosure itself is $600. That's no drives at all. That's a fortune. That's an absolute fortune. The only reason I finally broke down and bought it was because it was something I had my eye on for so many years. It's something I've wanted for so many years because of all this data management problem. I've always wanted one spot to put all my data. I didn't want to have to buy a new drive, move everything off onto the new drive. I really just wanted one thing that was going to grow and grow and grow. $600 was a lot of money, and it pained me to spend it, but hopefully this solution will work for me. I'll keep you guys up to date. I mean, we'll have to see. I think it's something we'll see in a few years, whether this is the right solution or not. But anyway, that's what I'm doing. All I need to do is figure out how I can get kind of an off-site backup of all these terabytes of data. We'll see. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Have a great day. Thank you for watching, and leave a comment below if you have any feedback on drives and data management and data backup. Bye.